Come on, I just want to do something stupid. But yeah, this is T again. I got an awful lot of responses for the Joe Horn your video that I posted, and basically, I guess to all the people who left, who really put down their opinion and what they really felt about it, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you put something down ignorant or just attack me personally, it's just ridiculous because I don't even care. I mean, why waste the type? Why even waste typing it? I don't care. You know, I let it go for a little bit and then I disable my comments when I get like somebody positive, whoever it is. But anyway, I'm gonna lay out this whole Joe Horn thing, man. I've been thinking about it and I really had to analyze myself as a black person and how I really thought about it and look at all of the facts, that the research that I have done, pretty extensive layouts of Joe Horn house and stuff like that, just sort of really getting deep off into it. Research is basically what I do, as far as when I create stuff. It's all about research. And I'm just gonna lay it out. I say that I'm gonna be real honest. I can say as a criminal, if you're a criminal element and you put yourself out there, yeah, you do put yourself at risk for a crazy old man to come out there and blow your ass away. But that's not justifying. I don't justify neither one of their actions. One, for them breaking in the house. Two, for him shooting them. But let's just look at the facts. And some people may not like what I'm about to say. It's just a simple fact is we don't know exactly what his vantage point of what he was seeing. All we know from the 911 call is what he was telling him. He could have been feeding him a line. He could have been had him in the scope, or maybe he didn't see him. Maybe it was the 100% truth. We don't know. Let's just put ourselves in a point where everybody's sitting there trying to talk about like they was there. The fact is none of us was there. None of us didn't see anything. We don't know. All we heard was gunshot blasts and 2 men ended up dead, so something obviously happened. But the fact of the matter is, if they stepped on his property, and remember what the age of this guy was, he comes from another age where it may have been, it's totally, and this maybe the state of Texas has been totally valid. If a criminal element steps on your, especially a criminal element, it's pretty much they put their life in their own hands by stepping on his property. Even if they was just walking through, they put they just being, like I say, just being a criminal element. You really put yourself out there for when somebody decides they wants to fight back, and they're in the law, you're not gonna have anybody's backing or anybody's support. And I really believe he would have lit up anybody he identified as a criminal element. I don't care if they was black or white. I really feel that on the real, real talk, that he would have lit up anybody. And the fact of the fear and the panic in his voice, and just some of the things that he said, but all of it can be debated whether he totally planned to do it or not. From my vantage point, it sounds like he planned to do it. He totally planned to shoot and kill these guys. But that's debatable in the court of law. Unfortunately, that's the real fucked up part. That all that shit can be debated. You can go back and forth, and then the law may support his what's the name. But if they stepped on his property, and the law supports it, that he may get off. He may not even go to court just because of that law. It's not clearly defined, and I need to read it more extensively than what I have read, and just read it more extensively. Try to actually get the law in front of me, not somebody like a news story or somebody taking an excerpt from the law. I just need to actually get the real law. Just read that shit out for myself. And it may very well support him, but all the way, and I even say this, I even go as far to say he was justified all the way up until they're on his property. That 1 second when he walked out there, once he was disobeying the officer of the law, saying don't go out there no matter what. But he said he thought the law was the laws was on his side. But the point of this is that 1 second, when he saw it, and he said, "Freeze or you're dead." And obviously, even though we don't even know that, either they're rushing towards him or they're running away. That second, when he saw them running, when he could have put a warning shot in the air, or put one in their leg or one in their ass, and he shot and killed them. He shot him, aimed at the other one, and shot him too. That 1 second, this is what's debatable to me. He will justify all of the fears and the coulda, woulda, shouldas, and the main thing that's debatable is because what if they come back? You know, it's what if they come back? It's like he threw all that. He comes from another time when that shit is like you don't even take no chances. I understand that. But that 1 second where he saw them turn and run, you can either put a "don't come back, motherfucker," put a warning shot in the air like motherfucker, or you can shoot two men that's basically armed, established that they was unarmed. They didn't go behind trying to duck behind there and bust shots back at them. They started running. Dude with a gun, they started running, whether they was armed or not. They didn't have time, even if they was armed, to pull a gun on them without getting their head blown off. They turned and run, and he shot him in the back. That 1 second where he could have decided to kill or not to kill, and he chose to kill. And the fact that in this country people feel that he was justified. He was probably justified in shooting him for being on his property, yes. Killing him, and the fact that he made it very clear what he was going to do. But that 1 second, that's what's on my mind. That's what really bothers me. And I see why everybody's sort of on his side and all that whatnot. But that 1 second where he could have chose not to take two people's life and just let the police handle it. Shoot them if they come back. Shoot them if they shoot at him. But if they started running, obviously running for their life. And you see they running for their life. Because there's 1 second between the first shooting and the second one. He actually saw the guy running and shot him. On the scope maybe, I don't know. But I guess that's just something to think about. And guess what? I still don't care about the comments, so keep them coming, roll them in. It doesn't really matter to me because I have my own opinion anyway. So what you say really doesn't matter. If you're not coming with something valid or something, you know, if you're just gonna berate me, who cares, man? Nobody cares. Holla.